Hello.
What's up, folks? Welcome back. Happy Thursday. We are here continuing, as I said, my misguided attempt at doing everything I can possibly do in Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. Went to regular DF boot camp last night. She taught me a thing or two, mostly how to properly grind on a rail and not fall off. Apparently there's no push off button. There's no way, even though Hamish and Leslie do it all the time, you can't push off with your other little foot, so that's annoying, but we're gonna do our best. We're gonna reanalyze. I don't know why. I thought someone. Oh, that's Nick with the streak. What's up, Nick? I grabbed my kazoo thinking, and that's not a euphemism. I grabbed it thinking it was a kazoo. It's not. I'm also dying. I was like, is it even possible to reach this fucking Toy Story token in the Zurg level? Thanks, Apollo. But she says it is, and you know, I'm just going to take her word for it. So we're going to get into that. Before we do, we have a trivia from Brian. This is part 3 of Whose KH Wiki Is That? I really like this format a lot as someone who is basically living on the KH Wiki, consulting it very often for, you know, video making purposes. So you're going to see, you know, a table of contents of a KH Wiki page. It could be a character, a world, a boss, a music track, even a keyblade, and you have to figure out from that table of contents what the page is, who it could be referring to out of the 4 options. No typing, all multiple choice. Excited to get into that. You know, I don't know what a fusty tuna is. It's a skate move. I'll try to pay more attention next time it shows up at the bottom of the screen. Like, what exactly am I doing that constitutes as a fusty tuna? So we'll figure that out together, everybody. In other news, if you're a patron, Regular Rambles went up today, episode 37, talked about the Olympics, Super Smash Bros. Melee, physical versus digital media, my least favorite boss fights in games. This was only a 5-question Rambles, and yet it was a 42-minute video, so go figure. Last week's was 13 questions because I basically didn't do it for 2 months. And that one was like an hour 20, so kind of an interesting discrepancy in time for how many questions there were. And then tomorrow night, for the Ultimas and some of my non-paying friends, there is a Survivor session, long awaited for Survivor session. The tribes are merged. I've let them know ahead of time just so they can get their head in the game. 11 people left in Survivor Royal Reckoning. Only one will win. Really excited to get some fucking people out of here, you know? It's too crowded of a house. We gotta clean out. So looking forward to that as well. I should make, if they're gonna, you know, play, and then we'll really delay, because if they're paying you know, per month, I'll just make sure that we don't do a session more than once a month, you know? Then I can get, you know, $20 at a chain. Since my foot is hurt, can I have a giraffe? It's from a skateboarding accident yesterday. Nothing is broken. I think it's it's gotta be broken, for me to give the giraffe up. Because, like, I cut myself shaving earlier today. If I were not me, I wouldn't expect that regular Pat would give me the giraffe just for that, you know? I think we need to see at least a fracture. Listen, I'm nothing if not fair and consistent, okay? So, just because someone has the loopsy, I'm not just gonna relinquish my favorite animal, okay? So, we're gonna need to see a broken bone if you would like for me to just give up my giraffe. Like, I'm not gonna betray the giraffe neither, because he's become one of my best Blookets after all we've been through together. Mobility is limited? Yeah, but like when I was recording Rambles, you could see where I cut myself on my neck a few times, and that was kind of embarrassing. So it better be broken. PJ, I'm seating it 16, okay? I really don't think I'm wrong, and PJ, you take this up with Jackie, and Jackie's here. Jackie's the one who pointed that line out to me. But as a kid, when I heard it, and then when I came back to the game 10 years later in the remix, I was like, oh, that's a weird line. It's weird how he says it. Because my argument is that if he didn't know what the word betray was, it would make sense. Like, he had never heard that word. But he clearly knows what it means because he says that he's not going to do that to Mickey or to Sora. So, like, he gets what it means, but he says it like it's a foreign word that he's not familiar with. So, I don't know. I'm not gonna betray Sora. It's just, it's a little bit off. I'm not saying it's, like, the worst line. Again, I seated at 16. There's 64 quotes. It's one of the 4 least egregious. He knows what it means, but it's foreign because it's ridiculous. I get that. I get that he's like, oh, he's throwing it back, and he's throwing Goofy. I'm throwing it back, Maxie. No, he's throwing the word back in Riku's face and being like, that's so stupid. Like, I'm emphasizing it because it's such a ridiculous premise. But I don't think, because there's enough people who are like, that comes off weird, I don't think it's a great line reading. I think it doesn't convey it properly enough for that to be, first and foremost, the interpretation that I or Jackie or several other people took. So, do I have the bad quotes bracket scheduled? I do not. I think I'm going to make that an off-Twitch pre-recorded thing with Kiwi. I would like to finish my current scripted project, and then maybe I can pivot to that and then get back to my other scripted stuff. So, yeah. Well, you're going to have to take that up with the fans, not me. I mean, I am a fan, but, you know. Let's get into the fucking trivia, okay? Let's stop arguing. I'm going to put my code in here. Play.Blooket. I have an HDMI cord coming from Amazon today, so we can hook up the Switch in our living room, because I misplaced one of my HDMIs, so looking forward to that, I guess. What's up, guys? Code is 8302956. I'm gonna be Betray Pat because it's topical. Alright, someone took my giraffe anyway. What do we got? I told you, if you send me a picture of the X-ray, different story. I'll give you a minute to get back in, but I don't fuck around here, alright? This is my space. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Except I'm not. Alright, Rimfly's got the hippo. It's all good. It's okay, but it's a slippery slope, right? Because it's just one game, and then someone comes in and, oh, I've got an ingrown toenail, and what am I supposed to do? You know, what am I supposed to do with that? Oh, I got tummy ache today, ate too much dairy. Me too, bitch. Okay? Question 1, here we go. Brian Render, you're gonna see table of contents from a KH Wiki page. You gotta decide whose page it belongs to. Number 1. Ooh, that's tough. It's one of these. That's really tough. Yes! I was torn between Titus and Cloud, and I kinda just gambled at the end. Being a real Kihora, you mean. Okay, so it's not Zach, obviously, because he's only in BBS. It's not Leon, because he would have to show up in 3. Or Remind, rather. And then I was between Cloud and Titus, because both of them were in all of these games. Would Cloud show up somewhere else? Titus is mentioned in 2. So that's why it's included in the story, because Titus and Waka in their ball game, Cloud's and Cucks. And Cloud shows up in the 3 opening. There you go. Yeah, because I was like, if one of these two is going to appear in something that's not listed here, it would be Cloud. Because I don't think Titus has shown up at all since Coded. I mean, obviously he hasn't, so... It's been a good long while without the KH Titus. Alright. Number 2. Gotta be that. Which enemy does this belong to? The Lich, the Dark Hide, the Flame Core, or the Demon Tide? Banana neat. Yeah, these other guys appear in other games. Flame Core and Demon Tide debut in 0.2. Dark Hide, I believe, is the BBS Final Mix boss. Number 3. What's up, Moon? Thank you for the 18 months. Which character? Gotta be that. Xion, Fu, Larxene, or Olette? Yeah, you can rule out a couple of people there. Yeah, Olette appears in these 3 games. Fu's not in 3. Is she in Days? I don't think she is. And if she is, it's very brief. Larxene would show up in Com, and Xion would not show up in 2, I don't think, because it'd be retroactive. There wouldn't be... Unless there's, like, some ass pull they could make about certain cutscenes to interpret it as, like, oh, that's because of Xion, but I don't know if they would even put that under story for KH2. Number 4. Which music composition? It's gotta be this. We have Arabian Daydream, Having a Wild Time, A Day in Agrabah, or Arabian Dream. We got 3 Agrabah tracks and 1 Deep Jungle track. Yes, so that is the Deep Jungle battle theme. Arabian Dream is the Agrabah battle, and Day in Agrabah is the Agrabah field. This is the carpet ride music. It's slightly different. It's only in KH2 because the carpet ride sequence is only there in 2. All right, 5. Well, you have it in KH1 Cave, but Keyblade could be that. That's tough. I really don't know. I don't feel good about that one. I knew it. I was between green and red. Ends of the Earth is Terra's like late game Keyblade, and BBS makes sense. Obviously, it's going to show up in 2 because of the Lingering Will fight, or just the secret ending, or both. And then obviously Terra is in KH3, so he'll have it there. I guess Destiny's Embrace also shows up in. Is she carrying it in Dream Drop? Because obviously Aqua has it in 2, and Kairi wields it. Or sorry, Aqua has it in BBS. Kairi wields it in 2 and 3. 3D, yeah. And I guess, oh yeah, Melmem as well. Yeah, wasn't thinking of that. 6. Which consumable item? What that? It's gotta be that. We have High Ether, Panacea, High Refocuser, or Limit Recharge. I think it's Panacea. No. High Ether. Okay, so Panacea. Is that not in 3? Or not encoded? I know it's in Days. Panacea might trip you up, but it appears in BBS and Dream Drop as well. Okay. Because High Refocuser, I would think, is only 3. Limit Recharge would only be Days. And High Ether, I always forget it even exists, but it's in all 3 of those, apparently. Alright, number 7. Character. Ooh. Probably. Ooh, gotta be this. Yeah. We have Iago, Cave of Wonders Guardian, Jafar, or Pot Centipede. Yeah. Because. So all these are in Agrabah. All of them. I think. Now, Pot Centipede, I don't know if it's in Union Cross at all, but I know it's probably only in 1 out of these 3. And then Iago and Jafar are in all of these, but the cave having the strategy only under KH1 means that it can't be these guys. I mean, it could be Iago, but that'd be weird because he's in the Genie Jafar fight. And then he has an origin slot, so I knew it wasn't the Pot Centipede because there's no origin beyond Kingdom Hearts there. All right, number 8. Which world? Oh, God. Alright, not that. Could be that. It's one of those 2. I think it's you. Olympus Coliseum, Halloween Town, Beast Castle, or Twilight Town. Yeah. You can rule out Twilight Town because it should be here for 3. Halloween Town you can rule out because not in Dark Road or Key. And then I was between Olympus and Beast Castle. But I settled on Beast Castle because reasons. I don't remember. I think because Beast Castle would have... oh yeah, because it's not in 1. Yeah, so Olympus would have an entry for 1, and Beast Castle isn't in 1. So, number 9. Enemy. It's gotta be one of those. Oh, it's tough. That's that one. That one. Ah. Oh no. All zeros. I got it right, but it says I got 0 points. Yeah. So you know it has to be from KH1. We know these guys aren't in 1. Air Soldier gets a redesign in 3, so I was looking at the design, but it didn't give me anything. And then we know that the Air Soldier doesn't reappear in 2. And the Soldier has story elements as well, because the soldiers are part of the siege on the hotel in Traverse Town, and they run away with the 100 Acre Wood book in 2. None of these other Heartless have story relevance. Number 10. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. I have no idea. It's in 2 and 3. To rule out that, I'm gonna go with this. We have the Cactar, Highwind, Moogle, or Endymion. Fuck. The Highwind doesn't have an entry for 1, I guess because it doesn't have required... Okay, fun one. Despite the name quite famously coming from Riku in KH1, the blueprint design is called Kingdom in that game. Okay, so even though it's... Right. Thereafter, in 2 and 3, the default ship is called Highwind, though Kingdom does actually appear in KH2 as a regular and teeny ship design as well. As for the others, Moogle and Cactar are staple designs that show up in every game, and Endymion's only in 3. Yeah, I knew that about this one, and I wasn't sure if these guys were in 1. I think the Cactar, I definitely remember, I think. Is it actually shaped like a Cactar? I don't really know. Alright. 11. Character. That would make sense. It's gotta be. Fairy Godmother, Flora Fauna Merryweather, Merlin, or the Blue Fairy. All of the big wizards besides Yen Sid are here. Yeah, Melmem is kind of the giveaway here because Effigy Ma shows up to take Kairi and Riku to the final world. Blue Fairy is not going to show up in anything besides Dream Drop. Merlin would have an entry in 2, and these 3 would have an entry in 2 as well. Number 12. Ooh, first battle, second battle. Oh, that's tough. I'm gonna go with this, but I don't feel good about it. All BBS enemies. Fuck. Metamorph. Oh, because Ven fights him in space and then in the ship. Because I was like, okay, Spirit of the Magic Mirror has 2 battles, but phrasing it as first and second would be weird because you play one as Terra, one as Aqua. And I was thinking, okay, are these guys in the Mirage Arena and that's why it says first and second? So I said Trinity Armor. I don't really remember if there's a Trinity Armor rematch in the Mirage Arena. Oh, you fight the Spirit in Dark Road. That I would not have known. There you go. Metamorphosis is big jellyfish fucker. The unversed guy in Ven's Deep Space. 13. Which entity? That one. Shadow Sora, Sora's Shadow, Anti-Form, or Shadow Roxas. 4 Dark Doppelgangers. Boom. Yeah, so basically, only these 2 are in KH2. I guess Sora's Shadow might show up as, like, a cutscene in the flashbacks in the beginning, I'm not sure. But because there's strategy there, that means you're going to be fighting against it. And Anti-Form is what you turn into. Shadow Roxas is the guy in the little fountain in the Sunset Terrace in Twilight Town. 14. Well, you would think it's got to be that. Which character? We're going mobile mode. We have Scold, Ephemer, Brain, or Strelitzia. On site, frame 1. Your favorite PNG and mine, except she's not just a PNG anymore. Strelitzia. She's the only one out of these 4 who have had a confirmed appearance in Cage 4, in the trailer. Also, Brain would have a Missing Link entry. Ephemer would have a Cage 3 entry. Scold might even have... no, because she's not confirmed Subject X, so... There you go, 15. It's me, Strelitzia. Goofy's shields. Ooh, I'm gonna go with... Ooh, I don't know, Does that reappear? I don't know if it does. Frozen Pride, Nobody Guard, Save the King, or Aegis Shield. Fuck. Save the King? Oh, because it's recipes. Yep, that's what I missed. Yep. Because you earn it from the Hades time trial in KH1, so you're not synthing it. Yeah, that's a shame. All right, I wasn't reading enough. 16. That's tough. Design, personality, origin. I think... Oh, that's so tough because wouldn't there be a strategy section? I'm gonna go with this. Oh, okay, I got it. I waited so long because I was like, well, you fight Cypher and Vivi, so you would think there would be a strategy or a combat-related section. Cypher's mentioned in 3 by name by Twilight Town NPCs, so that's why KH3 being there isn't a giveaway. I guess he's mentioned in Days, yeah. But I would have expected a strategy section. Oh, Game Cypher, separate page, that makes sense. 17. Which boss? 3 battles encoded? That is tricky. Oh, but... I think it's this. Trickmaster, Behemoth, Guard Armor, or Cerberus. Yeah, the giveaways there are the 3 battles encoded and it appearing in Reverse Rebirth. So, you know, if it's in Riku's story to fight, Behemoth and Cerberus are out. Because you fight Hades and Olympus, and Behemoth isn't in comm at all. And then Guard Armor having 3 battles encoded doesn't make sense. Trickmaster has, like, those on-rails shooting segments. In Days, it's not in Days. The Crimson Prankster is in Days, which is a different species. But Guard Armor does appear in everything else. It's just the 3 battles encoded. That would be the main difference, I think. Although, Guard Armor... Is Guard Armor proper in Days? I think it is. There's a Powered Armor. I think the Guard Armor itself is there, though. It's, like, all, like, right in a row. It's, like, 3 levels of fighting the Trickmaster, I think. I played it within 2 years ago, and I hardly remember. Alright, 18. Keyblade. Fucking Play Arts figures. Okay, so it's not that. It's gotta be... Ooh, that's tough. Oh, story. Fuck. I'm gonna go with that. Yes! Oh, that was like a last-second guess. So, I was looking at these as appearances, but that's just story-related things. Because, you know, Ultima's not it. Well, because Ultima's not ever in the story, so that's actually how you get rid of that. But I was like, there's no 3, or BBS, or DDD, so it's not Ultima. But it's also not ever involved in the story. Oblivion and Oathkeeper, I guess what I'm struggling with is how they're set apart. I'm assuming through the Play Arts figures, or maybe Oblivion is not as story relevant, or is more story relevant. No, guys, you're not you're not understanding. So it's story related. It's underneath story, right? So that means that only story-related cutscenes with these Keyblades featured are being listed. Okay, yeah, so Days having Oblivion, that would make sense. So that's why it's not there. And Oblivion doesn't have any story relevance in 1 either. Oathkeeper is given to you by Kyrie. The charm is referenced in Calm, and then again it shows up in 2, the charm. But it's not, this isn't, these 3 games up here is not talking about their appearances at all. It's just talking about their story relevant content. Ooh, yeah, actually that's a good point though, because Roxas does whip out Oblivion and Oathkeeper in a story moment in Days. So yeah, I'm actually not sure. But it isn't just strictly appearances, otherwise you would know that it's not Olympia, because that's not in 2, and Ultima because it's in more. Listen, this, I don't know. It's not my fault, it's not Brian's fault. I don't even know if it's the KH Wiki people's fault. It's just a tricky one. 19. Character. I would think this one. We have Roxas, Pete, Syx, or Yensid. It's Barty's fault. Barty will take the blame. Thank you, Barty. Yeah, Yensid. You know it's not Roxas because he would have something under KH1 because of the secret ending. And also, actually, the easiest way is that these 3 guys aren't in Melmem besides, like, as cards, and that's not going to show up underneath the story. Yensid has story relevance in all those games. All right, final question, number 20. Which world? Well, gotta be this, right? I'm gonna go with this. Final World, Scarlet Kylum, Daybreak Town, or Quadratum. What? The Final World? Okay. So how did I... Final World being referenced in Dark Road's story? I guess it is somewhere, and I just don't know because it's Dark Road. And I guess Heartless would be Dark Side showing up in the shadows. Scala wasn't in Mom. Oh, I guess... Well, I saw Shuri, and I was like, did Yensid say Scala in that game? Or was that 3? Or I think it was Reminder he says it. Is that where he says it? In Scala ad Kylum, where Mickey's going there? That's Melmem, though, isn't it? Or is it 3? The upperclassmen were called from the Final World. Oh, yeah, okay, with the Underworld. Yep. He says it in Mom, yeah. So I guess that's what threw me off, is I thought that Yensid line was that reference, but... Scala... I guess Scala might have something for Union Cross, because Daybreak Town turns into it. It probably would, right? I don't know. Yeah, between 1 and Dream Drop, that was throwing me off as well. Okay, let's see our leaderboard. In 3rd, it's Azumagia. In 2nd, it's Fruitoon. And in 1st, it's Ace Productions. Congratulations. There you go. I swear they delay it by a microsecond every time. Good job, Ace. In 4th, it's Kai and the Rainbows. And in 5th, it's Just James. And for our top 10, PJ in 6th, Wiley in 7th, me also in 7th, Skater Shroom in 8th, Rex in 9th, and Syllablossom silling around in 10th. Thank you to Brian for making this for us. Everyone say thanks to Brian. I love this format. Infinitely repeatable, just one of those good Blooket formats. I'm going to say 47. 54, that's my loserness talking. All right, Hurdle. Replicas, is that it? And Scala. Yep, there you go. Terrifying track with the terrifying faces, or lack thereof, of the armored Replicanorts. Just so spooky. One of the scariest KH moments for me, to be honest. And I was 22, 23 when I played that. Shit. Alright, I didn't play yesterday. I think I could have gotten Jonas Brothers. Although maybe not. I don't know if that would be top of mind for me. Alright, we are within a few years of 2001. Not British, not European, not alt, not 4 people. Alright. It's Kelly Clarkson over in America. She's lower than Gorillaz. Okay, we're not female, not pop. We are solo American act. Looking at like 2004 or 5. Let's go hip-hop. When did 50 Cent start? That feels like it could be like 2002. I'm just going to do that to see if we get genre. 2003. Okay. So 2004-5. Same general stuff here. Who else around then? God, I am not good with that era. That's like the crunk era. Which Lil Jon would be earlier, right? Or maybe not? I don't really know when he started. He could be like 90s. He could be like late 90s. I'm going to put him in though. Yeah, 99. And he's way low. Okay. I really don't know where to go from there. Eminem's too early, and he'd be way more popular. I always want to go Neo, but I forget if they classify... I think they classify him as R&B. I think he started 2006, which might be too far out. Nah, fuck it. I don't know where else to go, so Neo it is. Ah, yeah, he's R&B. And he's 2006. Okay. What else could I possibly do? I'm going to consult the chat. What's up, Jungle Wine? Future, I feel like that's way too early for Future. Anyone else? Any other thoughts? What's up, Briney? Any rap fans? Don't know. I'm alright. I'm just failing at the Spotle. Macklemore. Honestly, Macklemore did start way earlier than you would think, so I don't think that's a bad guess. Really close. Really, really close. Oh, God. Usher, I think they're going to categorize under R&B, and I think he also started in the 90s. Same with Akon. Right? If he could fit them under a genre, I think it would be R&B before anything else. Or even pop for Usher before hip-hop. I might have to... I try Lil Jon. Yeah. I mean, any other Lils? Usher's 90s R&B, yeah. I mean, Lil wasn't as much of a thing. Like, Lil Wayne in the late 90s, Lil Jon in 99. But it really comes back in a major way in, like, 2016 to 18. I don't know. I might have to throw in the towel. Maybe it was never meant to be. Alright, how about, if anyone wants to think on this, I'm going to play Apollo's Kazoo. Apollo, if you're still here, I need a number from 1 to 67, probably. 66. 1 to 66. Soulja Boy, I think, is 2006. At the earliest. And there's no way he's more popular than Neo or Macklemore. Or even within 50 of 50 Cent. If Apollo's not here, I'll just do a random number generator. Yeah, I don't know. Alright. Last call for Apollo. Random.org. Verifying that I'm a human. There's more security there than many... Oh, 49, you got it. 49. I feel like someone picked that yesterday. Or Tuesday. 49. Alright, this should be easy. This one goes out to Apollo. I'm not going to do the verse, but we can start the fire. Jay-Z, yeah, I think he's 90s. I think we're throwing in the towel. We don't really have any good ideas here, so... Green Day, Beyonce, Madonna, Maroon 5. What do we have? Was never going to get Gucci Mane. Had no idea that he was 2005. Okay. There you go. I thought he was like 2010. So that was out of reach for me. What can you do? All right. We're going to move on over to Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure. Bye, VOD people.